Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for attending this session. My name is Pablo Garcia Cortina from Camilo José Cela University in Madrid, and today I'll present a brief overview of my research titled Arbitrary Criminalization Through Chemical Equivalence, the Misuse of GBL Valuation as GHB in Spanish Criminal Law. This study explores how Spanish criminal courts have been treating gamma-butyrolactone, GBL, as if it were gamma-hydroxybutyrate, GHB, a legally controlled psychotropic substance, despite GBL not being scheduled under national or international law. Let me start with the background. In Spain, GBL was explicitly excluded from the list of controlled substances in 2006. However, forensic and judicial practice has continued to equate GBL to GHB on the grounds of their chemical convertibility, ignoring the clear legal distinction between a chemical precursor and a legally controlled substance. Twofold. First, to examine how this misinterpretation of chemical equivalence has led to prosecutions under Article 368 of the Spanish Criminal Code, even when the law does not explicitly cover GBL. Second, to test whether there is a pattern of bias or differential treatment, particularly in sexualized or LGBTIQ+ context, such as those linked to chemsex cases. The study uses a quantitative and empirical legal approach, combining doctrinal analysis with statistical modeling. The dataset includes more than 100 judicial decisions between 2006 and 2025, obtained from Spain's main judicial databases. Each case was coded for several variables: the final outcome, conviction or acquittal, whether GBL was legally treated as controlled, indicators of trafficking, declarations of addiction or personal use, and the presence of sexualized or LGBTIQ-related context. Using binary logistic regression, I analyzed how these variables predict the probability of conviction. To understand the legal issue, we must separate the chemical from the legal perspective. GBL is an industrial solvent, legally non-scheduled internationally and in Spain, while GHB is a controlled psychotropic substance under the 1971 Convention and Article 368 of the Spanish Penal Code. The problem arises because courts have treated GBL's potential conversion into GHB as a justification for criminalization, something the law does not allow. Unlike the United States, Spain has no analog law that allows prosecuting substances merely for being chemically similar to controlled ones. Therefore, any penalization of GBL purely for its similarity to GHB constitutes a violation of the principle of legality and of Article 25.1 of the Spanish Constitution. Criminal law requires explicit legal inclusion, not analogy or chemical speculation. Another crucial misunderstanding lies in the difference between synthetic and metabolic conversion. GBL can be chemically transformed into GHB using reagents, which implies intent and technical action. But when ingested, GBL converts physiologically into GHB within the body, a metabolic process with no criminal intent. Judicial reports often ignore this difference, assuming all GBL is intended for illegal synthesis, which is incorrect. Because GBL has no illicit market price, police and courts often assign it the price of GHB to estimate trafficking value. This assumption that all GBL will be converted is speculative and creates objective liability. In practice, this has led to exaggerated charges and disproportionate sentences especially affecting the chemsex community, where GBL is used recreationally, not for trafficking. These practices persist due to what I call fossil jurisprudence, the survival of outdated doctrine from before 2006, when GBL was temporarily included in the law. Courts still cite those precedents, ignoring that the 2006 reform explicitly excluded GBL. Continuing to condemn people based on that repealed framework amounts to analogy in malam partem, a direct breach of Article 25.1 of the Spanish Constitution. These findings reveal a pattern of criminalization without law, driven by obsolete forensic logic and moralized interpretations of drug use. The research calls for clearer regulation, updated forensic standards, and strict adherence to legality and equality principles to prevent discrimination in the administration of justice. Thank you very much for your attention.